Why wasn't I enough? I'm pretty sure some of you have asked yourself this question on many occasions. Why did my parent or parents not want me? I myself have come to realize that just maybe it was meant to be this way. You see, some people can't truly handle the task of being a parent or parents because they didn't receive the love themselves. But you know what? It's many people who have kids and don't truly love or appreciate them. Yes, children and parents may go through or have some tough patches in their lives. But what truly matters is the times spent with your child. Just being there is what truly matters, as well as fighting to protect them if need be. That's what I never truly had as a child or as an adult. Imagine being the only child who parent or parents never showed up anytime you were in things or just when you needed them. And then with me, I had someone who wanted me and made me call her my mom, to where I actually eventually forgot who my real mom was. You would think that she would have been happy to spend time with me and love me, but of course that didn't happen. It was it was only when she wanted to prance me around to be seen. I also want to say this. Putting a woman or men and women in front of your kids or children is not okay, especially if you're not married. Now, don't get me wrong, none of us who are parents are perfect or have been perfect parents, but how can you have children and not care about them or choose people over them? It's just not okay. And whether you realize it or not, that truly scars a person for life. I can't even tell you how it truly feels to have a parent proud of me because I never had it. I always loved my dad, but he even left me with a woman he knew cared nothing about me or him. All I wanted was his love, and that's the same thing that I wanted from my real mother. I am speaking on this because I have been feeling a little down today. And yes, I have days like this, but God always pulls me through them. I have a beautiful mother that chose not to be bothered with me at some point in my life. She already wasn't there when I was a child, but to show up in my adult life as my mother again and then not want to be bothered with me again when I thought everything was starting to get better truly hurts me. I know some things have happened to her or been said to her to make her not want to be bothered with me. So I really don't be too upset with her. But with my dad, he chose to treat other people's children better than he treated me or any of my siblings I know of. I have siblings by both my mom and my dad that I have never met, and some that I have that really don't want to be bothered with me because of the lies that they have been told by my dad or whomever. Um, and that hurts too. Two of my children, two of my sisters I thought were gonna be good, but that didn't happen either. So I have just learned to live with it. And I love them all from a distance. My real mother never was there from my memory as a child or as an adult. I don't know what age I was when I was no longer with her, but I do know that I was a baby. I do remember, though, being in elementary school and her popping in a couple times to see me. And I also saw her when I was on stage in a program watching me from the hallway. I had a picture of her that someone took from me that I was carrying with me when I was in elementary school, and they tore it up. Excuse me, my allergies been acting up lately. Um, I never saw her again until I was an adult, and from what I remember, um, and my son was a child when I was seeing her every day when my son was around 16. But then that all stopped as well. That lasted a couple of months because her and my dad were supposed to be getting married, and I was the only one who would take care of my dad for her when he had surgery while she was at work. But their marriage was called off. I saw her at my dad's mom's funeral years ago, and the last time I saw her one more time was about 7 years ago. I haven't seen her since then. So I truly don't remember why I wasn't with my mother from a child. When I was in elementary school, I lived with my dad and the lady who wasn't my mom for a couple of years because her and my dad were supposedly married, but come to find out as an adult they were never married. That's who he left me with when he left me as a little child. I think I was in like 5th grade. She had days where she was nice to me, but most of the time she was mean, even when we were all living together. But it's weird to me how my dad always seemed to make time for her, and it's been that way with her since I was a child, or with him since I was a child. Um, he always chose her over me and other children that weren't even his children. Me, I think that everyone deserves to know who their parents are. And with me forgetting who my mother was or is, and people knew, why was it kept from me? It just ain't cool. I mean, even if I never got to see her, I shouldn't have had to be confused about who my mother was. Also, siblings should be able to know each other, and it should be up to them if they choose not to know or be around each other, especially when they get to be a certain age. Um, I don't care who cheated, didn't cheat, or whom or whatever. Really and truly, some people call themselves adults, and in all actuality, they really are not because they make decisions like they are a little child, like a child when someone has stolen their toy. Grow up and stop messing these children's life up. It just ain't cool. Me as a parent, I have always been honest with my son about everything I can remember ever doing, and I never stopped him from seeing his father unless he was threatened to be harmed by him, as he was on many occasions, or unless I knew he was going to be in danger by being around his siblings and one of their mothers. Um, my son knows and spends times with all of his siblings that he knows about. And I myself even took care of some of his siblings and helped some of their mothers because that's just the type of heart I have always had. So, to answer my own question, why wasn't I enough? I am enough. I have always been enough. My parents just chose, or maybe the opportunity to be my parents may have been taken away from them because maybe they were afraid, but just maybe they chose themselves not to want to be my parents, and that's okay too. But I do want to thank my mother for not aborting me and giving me a chance at living life. I may have gone through some trials, but look at me. I'm still here. I am making it and I'm pushing forward with the help of God. To both of my parents, though you have chosen not to love me, I chose to love me. And God loves me unconditionally. And And to God, I am enough. And that's all that truly matters.